Good morning, students, and welcome to week 10 in your online general psychology course. This week we are covering chapter 12, which is on personality. And before I go through and preview this week for you, I do just want to give you a little extra encouragement and motivation. I know that typically this is the point in the semester where um, you know, it feels like everything's kind of piling up on you. You have the end of the semester right upon you, and you have papers and assignments and things that seem to all be coming due. Hang in there. You are in the home stretch, if you will, of finishing this semester. So buckle down and finish strong, and keep up the great work that you're doing in this class. So this week, we are covering personality. So in this chapter, you will have the opportunity to go through and look at the different schools of thought. Remember back to chapter 2 where I taught you about the different paradigms in the history of psychology, and we looked at different psychological theories. So we'll go back and revisit some of those major paradigms and look at their take and their theories on personality. So we'll go back and these are many of these theorists, many of these overall arching ideas will be review for you. So yes, we'll come back around to Freud and his psychoanalytic theory and how that applies to personality. You'll have an opportunity to look at trait theory of personality, go back and look at and review some of the work of the humanistic psychologist and their views on psychology, and then at the end of the chapter you have an opportunity to look at some of the major players in personality theory and some of the personality assessments that are used even today by hiring companies or different aspects of your life. So I think you'll find this chapter interesting. I think you'll find this chapter also applicable to understanding your own self a little bit better. So let's review the assignments that you have for the week. So let's start off with what you have in your Connect assignments. So there will be a Connect assignment on the trait theory of personality. You'll have a Connect assignment on the psychoanalytic theory of personality. And then you'll have a newsflash assignment on GPA and personality. So with this one will kind of really get into that idea of, you mean my personality affects the way I study or the motivation for my GPA or career choices? Absolutely. So I think you'll really have fun with this newsflash assignment. So in addition to these Connect assignments, of course, you have your Chapter 12 post-test. And this week you also have a personality discussion question. So as I pull this up here, I won't go through every element, but just some reminders as you work on a discussion question. Your initial post, I ask that be due by Wednesday. The reason is because that gives the opportunity for the rest of the week until Sunday for your classmates to have a response post. Excuse me. So remember, you need to respond to at least 2 classmates' posts for full credit on this assignment. So what are you writing about? So after you've read this chapter, excuse me, I don't want to start this recording over again, so sorry. You will go through psychodynamic, humanistic, trait theory, social cognitive, biological. So you'll have an opportunity to read about and understand the different takes on personality theory. And then what I want you to do is answer the question, which perspective do you favor and why? And then I really want you to consider the application to your own life. So how does understanding and appreciating a certain perspective, how can you use that in your life? How can that help you in your own understanding? So again, I just remind you, write about what you feel comfortable sharing. As with all discussion posts, all your classmates will be seeing your post. So that is the initial response that you'll be writing about. Don't forget to respond to at least 2 classmates' posts so you can see some more details about that. And then, of course, when you click on the assignment, you can see the grading rubric for this discussion question. So you guys have been doing a great job on discussion questions, so keep up the great work that you've been doing. This is no different than previous discussion questions, other than the prompt is different. So I hope that you enjoy learning about personality this week and considering, putting this all together, all the different theories that we've been studying all semester and how those apply to even personality theory. So have a great week. And I also just want to remind you that spring registration is upon us. So start looking at the class selections, getting with your advisor, and making sure that you get registered early for the spring semester. So if I can be of any help answering any registration questions, and of course, any questions about this week's content or the assignments, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. Have a great week, everybody.